That's why all our fans are all old and stuff and can't get young because we're not attached to the youth.
What do we need to talk about on the show to attract the younger viewers?
Bring us in with the in crowd.
Yeah, like what do we got to focus on?
When I was a kid or even a teen, you couldn't do nothing as an adult to make me watch you. What are you doing? I'm not looking at you.
But I used to come home from school and watch Hardball with Chris Matthews. You see what I'm saying?
Welcome back to another episode of Careful Boys. Take it away, Steve.
Okay,
We're talking about Anthony's adventures in the Czech Republic.
That's fun.
we're talking about Joe in Bahrain. Remember that? What was it? Mogadishu or some shit?
What's that?
Some lady like
Mogadishu.
one of your first kisses was some.
Oh, Yemen, dude, Yemen. Mogadishu.
I was like, what?
All right.
I was like, is there some inside joke? I have no idea.
That's way better.
Today, indeed, we're talking about things in popular culture that really piss us off, really twist the knife.
Twist the knife.
We're gonna be old man yelling at clouds again. Yes, pretty sick. You guys, when did you start realizing that like that was like we're like it's past our era and we're like the old guys now going like kids these days?
I think it's been a slow burn, but I think we've accepted it.
When did it start for
I
you?
don't even remember because I feel like I've always been kind of the old man yelling at clouds. Like,
While you were young.
yeah.
So it's just you've always been counterculture, but then now you're just like so old.
I don't know that I was so cool that I was counterculture. I was just always like, I just always thought that the thing at the time was kind of whack. You know what I mean? But then I had my own things that I like that I was into. But I just never got into like I don't know, when people are like, oh, we're into punk rock. I'm like, punk rock's gay. Like it wasn't like something I could ever see myself getting into.
You just knew yourself.
Yeah, that's it.
When I stopped understanding the perspective of young folks, that's when I realized. So that maybe like 4 years ago.
Okay.
Where like I think that's when I was like, oh, I'm actually the adult here because I'm paying taxes and doing that shit. Mm-hmm. Even though I act immature, I'm like I don't relate with college people anymore.
Who is it that said that you were really cool for an old guy?
My friend's son is in high school. I think he's like a freshman
That's
in high
big,
school.
dude.
Yeah, it's a huge compliment.
And then like his friends were like, "Oh, you know Joe?" And then like, "Yeah, dude, he is really cool for an old guy." But it's true. I'm 40. Like, you know, I'm his dad's age, and like I get it. I'm like, fuck, I am the uncle.
Yep.
And I was like, damn, that's. I mean, that's a compliment. Funny, you know, I get to be like Snoop Dogg, but at the same time, I'm like, damn, it sucks. I wish I understood the gripe of the youth so I can play both fields rather than being like, you stupid, sensitive fucking bitch.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like Charlie Kirk out there, like, at the university, like, you fucking moron. Like, this is stupid. But I want to be in their brain, and then so I could be like, oh, I get it. Like, you guys are fighting the fight for this reason.
Yeah,
but I can't do that no more.
It helps to be in your 20s brain.
Yeah.
Because my 20s I was just like them, too.
Yeah. I was a communist in high school. Mm-hmm. Like, literally.
See, I was a fucking Republican. I've been on a square my whole life.
Damn.
Like, it so sucks.
Damn.
I've been a square old man.
So you've been grandpa.
Yeah.
You went from like
baby yells at cloud.
preteen to grandpa.
That's why I'm telling Nikki always jokes. She's like, when you're old, like you're gonna finally match like how your brain is. And I'm like, yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, you're gonna grow into your age.
Yeah, because I'll be the guy. I'm already yelling about my lawn and shit.
I think Anthony is the most connected to the youth because he still works.
Well, he's around them.
So like he just did 88 The Rising, and then he mentors a lot of youth people.
Yeah. There's another way of putting it.
Yeah.
A mentee.
I got you there.
That's the way of putting it. That's what it is.
Hands-on mentoring. Very close.
Oh man.
No, but that is.
This is literally why this channel is unsuccessful.
Wait, what?
It's why we can't get things like ad reads and partnerships, collaborations. People don't want to join the show.
No.
PR nightmares. It comes from the top, dude. The leadership is just fucking up.
It's so.
I'm just being supportive of my fucking team here.
It's hard to resist, dude.
I just had a slam dunk
agree.
when you alley-ooped. I had to do it.
It is true though. It's just it's actually cool, and we have to always take it away. It sucks.
The stenographer writing it down, it wouldn't.
That's why all our fans are all old and stuff and can't get young because we're not attached to the youth.
Bro, we're not gonna get like a bunch of 18-year-olds watching the show, dude.
We're not doing hands-on mentorships with our young fans.
How do we get the young ones in here, dude? How do we get the young crowd?
No, dude, I'm not saying
Your
nothing
fingers are on the
anymore.
pulse.
I'm already
What do we need to
99%,
talk about?
dude.
What do we need to talk about on the show to attract the younger viewers?
Yeah.
Because
The things that they're skibbity doodah or whatever.
Is it-
Bring
What
us
the
in with the
fuck?
in crowd.
yeah, like what do we got to focus on? If you're gonna
When I was
upskill us.
when I was a kid or even a teen, you couldn't do nothing as an adult to make me watch you.
that's true.
I don't give a fuck what you're doing. I'm not looking at you.
But I used to come home from school and watch Hardball with Chris Matthews. You see what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
What the? I didn't even get those references.
What a freak!
I used to hate those shows.
I'm telling you.
This fool like MASH in elementary school, I bet. Fucking geezer.
I'm telling you, dude.
I hated MASH.
Yeah, nobody watches
I used to
them.
look forward to
What
it.
about Andy Griffith show? You used to watch that?
I watched it over MASH.
I loved Andy Griffith.
I seen it, but I never got into it.
But that's because I like Don Knotts.
MASH is definitely for old folks, dude.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. But it's meant for kids to
I
go.
was watching Columbo, though.
That's some old shit, dude.
Columbo. I watched Columbo.
You actually watched it?
Yeah.
I can't believe we were watching black and white shows.
Dude, Andy Griffith show was a banger, though.
Well, we're watching repeats. I mean, it's not like they were live.
Yeah, but
I watched I Love Lucy to this day.
I love Lucy. I've seen every episode like 3 times.
But it makes you feel old when you watch
I
it.
saw Bewitched a bunch. Remember Bewitched? She was so hot, by the way. Oh,
She does the little thing.
What's the question again?
No, that was the Genie one.
I Dream of Jeannie was hot.
Oh wow, she was so sexy.
I Dream of Jeannie was out of this world fine. Out of this world fine, dude.
Yeah, things in popular culture that piss us off.
Things of popular culture.
Did you guys get into Gilligan's Island?
Oh, I don't like the well, I guess this isn't really pop culture as much as it is just like media, but then like when you watch a movie and you see the issues of politics in the movie
Yeah,
disguised as the plot,
yeah.
which I guess could have been happening when we were young. We just didn't follow politics enough to know what was happening.
Oh,
but there's just
yeah.
now it's like ham-fisted in there.
I feel like, yeah, writing used to be better, and now they just stamp it.
I just don't like that. I don't want to see the shit that which is probably people's complaint with watching us talk about politics. I don't want to see what I'm getting away from,
Yeah.
where I want to have fun. Yeah, that's it.
That's true. They're like, you guys gotta just stop talking about
Yeah,
politics.
like
You
I
guys-
clicked away.
Yeah.
I clicked skip on the ad to
Yeah.
watch you.
I don't know if you guys I don't know if we talked about this, but the AI stuff with the street interviews. Have you guys seen this?
Yeah, I have seen that.
AI
That's
street
crazy.
interviews.
It looks real as fuck.
And they're just saying like, and apparently there's a giant industry of people making like brain rot content about it.
Yes.
But then you just see how good the AI is to the point where if they didn't tell me it was AI, I don't think my brain could comprehend that like it wasn't AI, and that kind of scares me, and it kind of makes me not want to look at anything on like AI stuff.
The kangaroo one's the first one that got me.
I can't believe that was AI.
Yeah.
When you told me that was AI, it kind of blew my brains. a little.
I couldn't believe it either. I finally got God on that.
And they're popping up everywhere, so it's like all these little things.
Kangaroo holding a little ticket, and they're like, they're not letting the kangaroo on board, and the kangaroo they pan the kangaroo, and he's just holding his ticket, looking like he's waiting to get on the plane. But it was all fake. It's completely AI.
So crazy.
Yeah, I know.
The fact that you believe that's kind of hilarious too, though.
Well, I just was like, I bet that kangaroo's not getting on the plane, and I just scrolled by. I was like, no way they're gonna let that on. That was the end of it.
Yeah.
That was all I thought.
You didn't sit for a second and go, that's so funny, why is he holding the ticket like that?
I just was like, I guess kangaroos could do that. I was like, learn something new every day.
Yeah.
This is a deep cut, and it doesn't piss me off, but it definitely like had to challenge my understanding of like myself. We came from like even in like our dancing or our dance culture of like trying to create art by using the vehicle dance. That like if you even like choreograph to like or dance to the same song as somebody else, you were like a biter. Like that's like hella whack. And then suddenly we transitioned to an era where like everybody does the same moves to the same song, and that's the challenge. And they're getting like millions of views because it's like, oh, they did it, let's do it. You want to learn these moves real quick, and let's dance in a parking lot or whatever in our bedroom.
Everybody's sneezing
And
at
I
the same
don't
time.
hate it. I'm just more like, whoa, what a culture shock, because we couldn't even dance to the same song. If we did the same 3 moves in a row, you'd be like, yo, you're jacked, and that would be like the biggest deal.
Well, you tried not to cross over with other people back then, and now it's like you're required to.
It's the same in comedy too. Like people basically jacking each other's skits and ideas and redoing it their way, or not even changing it all. Yeah.
or everyone does the same format
Yeah.
like that, and then and some people think that they created that format.
Yeah.
because they don't know anything about what happened 5 years ago, even I guess.
For how long you've been working in YouTube, the amount of shit that you must see that is so ancient, but you look at people like they're inventing it is probably...
It's actually wild, yeah. The fact that people think that they're really inventing stuff on YouTube right now cracks me up.
That's definitely annoying, because also like if you like kind of maybe you don't pioneer it, but maybe you're like the most notable person in that modern form of culture today, because reach, social media and all that stuff is so much more grand than what it was even 5, 10, 15 years ago. The world totally accepts that you're that person, that you are the innovator.
Yep.
I was the original Asian mom,
There you go.
but now there's like 10.
You're the first cross-dresser guy.
I know, right? Nobody else crossed.
First gay guy to
Nope.
do it.
Yeah. That's the difference. I was gay, so that's the revolutionary thing.
All gay people come up to you like, "Thank you, man. You paved the real path."
Yeah.
I think a pop culture thing too is how many, like that thing you showed us, how there's so many solutions to feel like something, but not actually be it. You know, people are making all these programs so that you can feel as good as a person that achieved something. But
Yeah.
you don't need to achieve anything. Just fucking come get the feeling.
But it's like a money grab, because it's like you can feel Christian because you're paying and doing something. Now you can feel like a businessman.
Yeah, true.
Because you're part of this like racket and you're paying $50 a month and you're like learning business.
Yeah. I guess in our day it was the racket was, you could be making millions in real estate if you just follow my course.
Yeah.
But
That's true.
Doing something. But now it's like, do you want to feel like you made money on real estate, but you didn't do anything?
That's true.
It's like you just get the confidence. That's it. It's like a weird thing. I never thought it would be like, almost like plugging into the Matrix cord just to like know the thing, you know?
And it's all industries too, because I just read this sports scientist, and he was like, when we first started on YouTube, like 5 years ago or whatever, 90% of the people were actually like, they have a background in fitness or some type of, they owned a gym or they were coaching and they were training people, making videos on that. And he goes, now 90% of the people never coached anyone, never trained anyone, but they're the bulk of the people in the industry. And I'm like, dude, that seems like true no matter where you are. Online, that's the racket. Like, that's the standard. Yeah.
This might be, so I guess it's a hot take, sort of, not really, more very lukewarm. I feel like now in music, if it's really catchy, it's considered good music. Whereas I feel like before, when we were growing up, like good music was good music. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah. So there's a reason why they're still playing that shit today.
Dude, mumble rap is so tough to get into.
I feel like it's
Well, each era, I think,
Hey, don't worry, you're not allowed to get into it, so
Oh, really?
you're good.
Yeah, thanks.
because it's the platform of each era that determines the success, right? So, like, I think we were still radio era. Now it's TikTok era. Or the in-between was music video YouTube era. So then, like, it was radio, music video, and then, like, maybe Vimeo, and then now TikTok. So whatever song is on the reels is gonna be the hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it feels like formulaic,
Oh.
you know? And when there's like a formula, and it's like, because it's a formula, it makes sense. So it's going to crunch numbers and be successful. So it's going to get more playtime. So it's perceivably successful because now more people know it because it got more playtime. So it must be the number one
It's
song.
kind of like how they started
Yeah.
making songs shorter for that reason.
Yeah.
Because it counted as a full play, so they'd make them like 2 minutes.
I see.
So that way you get to the end.
So it's like you're saying, like, because they hack the algorithm, it's winning.
Yeah. I see. Which I'm not saying it's bad music.
No, it's just the era.
yeah, it still has to be decent.
It's like tailor-made for that.
Yeah. But like before, we were hearing such a eclectic, like so many different sounds and
Yeah,
styles.
you had more variety for sure.
Of original like type of musics, you know, like, so it's just a weird time is all. Yeah, it's not bad. It's all catchy to me, so I'll hum and sing random shit. But like for example, some of the a lot of K-pop, right? Like that's super formulaic.
That's pretty formulaic, man.
It's like literally. I mean, I choreographed
It's a
a bunch
science.
of songs. Like there's a way that it needs to be done. There's a way the choreography needs to be presented. There's a number of groups. It's like the room for innovation is like they have more risk in their bottom line to try and innovate when they know that if they just do this type of thing, it's much more guaranteed. So that makes sense. Super logical. But then when like art is super logical, then it's harder to find gems is all.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It's like Katy Perry doing Roar, and then every single song sounds like Roar that she does, like from now on. I swear to God.
Katy Perry's a gem, though. You get her name out of your mouth.
I like. Yeah, I think she's got 2 gems on her.
Well, remember the stomp clap era, where all the songs were stomp claps?
Yeah.
We will. I mean, like now the freaking what was it? It was like 10 years ago. The hipster stomp claps.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's to get everyone involved.
It sounds good when everyone does it, though.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna do it though.
Are the cultural and color lines that people drew between who can have music. That pisses me off. I saw like just recently a fucking video about like it was just a normal video of people like enjoying a day club, just dancing, and they were playing like Caribbean house and Afro beats. They're just playing Afro beats, and so many of the comments were like, "I don't see a single black person here. That's fucked up. They can't do that. They can't play that." Like, what? Dude. Where did you miss the entire point of sharing music like cross culturally? That's the point. That's the whole
that's weird.
objective.
Wowza.
Yeah, it is just like a weird thing to gatekeep that you can enjoy music.
You don't remember when Bob Marley used to be up at Woodstock and he's like, "If you're white, please plug your ears for this next one."
Please leave.
Hey, there were some comments about Bob Marley. They were just like, well, I guess everyone who bought Bob Marley's music that was white needs to freaking get their money back or something. Yeah, it's crazy.
Bob Marley would have been like that. Like that's so crazy to me.
Never was. Yeah, it wasn't. It's just weird to me that's only something now.
It's like the opposite.
Honestly, that does piss me off in today's culture.
That's different. It's different. Like I can't imagine someone being like, "Oh, you don't get to enjoy this."
Because
Like,
the
why?
original message was, let's bring people together under this genre, under this music. It's for everybody.
Yeah, and that was the point, to share. Like, if your music transcended your own culture and reached others, that's like the greatest. What artist doesn't want that? Are there artists making music and trying to not like put it somewhere where they're like, "Oh, whoops, too far. Bring it back." Like,
It's like the non-musicians that are calling this out. It's the audience people that are like,
Yeah, for sure.
they just got into the genre and they're like, this is ours. And it's like, you just got in.
yeah, I never would have thought that would happen with things like that.
That's weird.
If you see a white guy eating Beijing beef out there, knock it out of his hands.
Get off of my culture!
Hey, get those cream cheese rangoons out of your mouth.